between the New England Patriots and the Green Bay Packers. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. This one fielded at the 5. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
When you're on the road, the last thing you want to do is make a mistake that brings the crowd into it. Now you're not just battling your opponent, you're battling yourself as well.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Shotgun now for Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A couple of first downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Brady. That's taken in by Watson. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Brady going to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Well, now if they wanted to, they could move the ball up to the 1 and go for 2.
Yeah, that's exactly right, because normally the ball's at the 2 when you go for 2. But if they want it now, enforce the penalty to the 1. But if they wanted to kick it, right, don't they just move it up 5?
Yeah, just move it up to the 10.
Right, move it up to the 10 if they still wanted to kick it.
So now Brady and the Patriots going for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The penalty got him half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there. And they did it successfully.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete. Right side, Driver with it. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that, and they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the give, here comes Jackson. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have come back to make it a 2-point game. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he'll get in to tie this game at 8. Well, it's definitely early enough here.
That's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Brady now on 1st down. And Blunt has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a 1st down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. A give to the fullback on the dive. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
We just saw another nice game there. How about some kudos for the offensive line, being able to carve some space in the interior all game long and let the big guy rumble.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Brady. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So many times I advocate not challenging coverage downfield, but on this play, I thought he made an excellent decision to actually do so. If that had been complete, that would have been one for the highlight reel.
And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 11-8. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
A gain of 8 and a first down. The Packers at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different ways, though. We didn't see it happen.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Catch made by Watson on the out route. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
On the give, this is their fullback. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. On 2nd and 9, Brady completes it to Blount. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Brady. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy.
Give up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And an official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
They'll try the left side. Sewell. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the 1st.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congrats.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Pats are going to get it back here just past the 35. A young quarterback, Charles, that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Brady's throw there complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 23 yards, the final tally.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try and run with their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This back to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On play action, now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. They run the counter. Sewell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He'll find Driver here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 2nd and a yard, Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
26 Mike. Pick your game.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Got his man. It's Driver complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got it. Kept them out of the end zone.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now that's going to be his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete, the 20. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there, 74 yards. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play. On play action, it's Brady. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and goal from the 1. Dillon looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Dillon again. And he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They run on 1st down with Jackson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be Embo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Brady now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
That's an excellent run right there on second and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in third and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a first down.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on third and long? Now Brady. Caught by the tight end Watson.
And he'll be version right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A quick throw by Brady complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Well, there's your first ROI, right? Return on investment of their first-round pick. His first NFL sack, I know they want him to be an impact player right out of the gate.
A lot of pressure to put on a young man, but I think you agree he has the ability to deliver on it.
And he just did. Probably the first of many sacks in a long career.
Steps away to his left. This one complete to Givens. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the the Packers are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A good solid gain there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On 2nd down now, Sewell.
And he is going to be stopped up at the line of scrimmage. And we'll have a stoppage as well as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left.
Jackson with a catch.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Now that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Now Rodgers. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And out of bounds right around the 20. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back to throw, Rodgers. That one complete to Driver.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the touchdown.
Executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end on that last play, Charles.